Well, Summer League has come to an end. Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. This is the final recap of Summer League because the Knicks just played their fifth and final game. They lost 110-88 to the Dallas Mavericks, who played without possibly their three best players in Summer League: Sergio De La Rey, Morez Johnson from Michigan, and Ryan Nembhard. But we know what Summer League is about. It's about looking at individual players and seeing if they have the makings to be an NBA player. And there was one guy who clearly stood out for the New York Knicks the entire Summer League, and that was Tyler Nickel. We're going to focus on him. I believe he can be an NBA level sniper. He might end up being one of the top three-point shooters in the NBA. And we're going to focus on him, but we're going to break the game down as well. So welcome into the Knicks-Verse. Thank you guys for joining me here. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you haven't joined this channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Turn on the notification bell. Let's get into it right now. I do have highlights for you guys. I have Tyler Nickel highlights. Here it is, 110-88. Jack Cahill, got to say, he only played 10 minutes tonight. I think he was just a little tired, a little gassed. He was scored no points, 0 for 2. He did pick up 3 assists, though, which is nice, and he picked up a block shot tonight. He was a +7 in plus-minus. He was the only plus starter on this team, even though he scored no points. But the story here is Tyler Nickel, and let's get into it right now. The man has shown that he can be an NBA player. Shout out to New York Basketball for tweeting this out. Tyler Nickel's 19 threes is second most ever by a Knick in a summer. Nickel's final stats from Vegas: he averaged 12.2 points per game, 38% shooting, 3.8 threes, 41% from the three-point line, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.6 assists, and even picked up 1 steal. The man, I'm telling you, the way he relocates on the floor, he's constantly moving. If this was last summer and Tyler Kolek, ironically, another white guy, another Tyler. If Tyler Kolek was his point guard, who knows? He could have had double the points per game, because Kolek could have been able to find Nickel constantly and delivered like really nice crisp passes in his pocket. Wasn't the case tonight. Again, not to harp on Dylan Jones too much, because he's not a point guard, but he was given that role and he tried to do it as good as he could, as good as possible. He's not a guy who's going to facilitate and create opportunities for snipers out on the perimeter. It's just not going to happen. And he did a few, but not enough. And I'm a little annoyed personally with the coach of the Summer League, the Knicks. I mean, after game 2, the strategy should have been completely revamp the offense to feature Nickel and try to create great shots for him. That's what should have been. In the final game, game 5, this was like a mosh pit where guys were just trying to, feature themselves. Jaden Aiken, who had a nice game 4, but, barely passed the ball out, barely sprayed the ball out. He basically was kind of a ball hog. Didn't have a great game for him tonight, though he did finish with 11 points, but he was 4 of 11, 1 of 5 from the three-point line in his 25 minutes of play. He played the second most minutes after Tyler Nickel tonight. Tyler Nickel did not have a great game tonight, ironically. 3 of 12 overall, 3 of 11 from the three-point line, but did get 3 steals and 3 assists, so that was sweet. He finished with 9 points, but really it's what he did through the entire arc of the playoffs. In the entire arc of the playoffs, he scored basically, we're here, 19 threes, second most ever as by a Knick in a summer league. The only guy who had beat him was Quentin Grimes. The only Knick with more threes in a summer league than Tyler Nickel Tyler Nichols 19 was Quentin Grimes 22 in 2021. But Grimes had an extra game to do as the Knicks played 6 games that summer. So Tyler did it in 5 games. If the Knicks played a 6th game, would Tyler Nichols have hit 3 more or 4 more 3-pointers? Possibly, especially if he was featured. And in this, when Grimes was playing, Grimes was the primary scorer for the Knicks in that season. And Nickel wasn't. It was spread around. Dadier mostly was featured, and Dylan Jones, whoever has the ball in their hands, Akins, Dylan Jones, or whatever, they're obviously going to look for their own shot. Though I'm not going to badmouth Dylan Jones that much. He definitely did try to facilitate. It just, the way the offense was structured didn't really work out that way. But what's important here is this guy. This guy can shoot. The Knicks may have found the steal of the draft in an era where the 3-point shot is supremely valuable. To have a guy at his height, 6'7", and his hunger and his ability to play defense. He played some nice defense. 3 steals he got tonight. This guy right here, look at him taking it in, passes it back out. He waits. Look at that. Nice. But they get the rebound. And here we go. Now, look, nice open look. He got very few open looks in games 4 and 5, but in game 4, he hit 3 of 6. Tonight, not so much. Look at that nice corner 3. He hit threes from everywhere on the court throughout the entire summer league. Every spot on the entire arc. The right corner, the left corner, above the break, straight on, everywhere. Right there above the break on the right side. Here's another one, Dylan Jones. This is a nice one. There. Nice. See how he relocated for that shot? The Knicks may have found themselves a jewel. Like a gem. You know what? I'm going to remove the word may. They did. The Knicks found themselves a guy who can really contribute. And I'm sure Leon Rose and company are going to do everything they can to make sure that Tyler Nickel is on the Knicks roster beginning next season. Imagine how well he will play with that Knicks squad who know how to create great looks for each other. This is going to be really fun. It's going to be, it's a little stretch to say like kind of the return of Dante DiVincenzo, but there is that potential. There is that potential with him. And I like his defensive prowess. He likes to stick his nose in it. He doesn't shy away from a challenge defensively. Look at that. He just shot over a guy right there. In the past 2 games, he definitely was challenged tremendously. I feel like, they got the memo. The opponents got the memo and are like, don't let this guy get an open look. Here we go. Look at this. If that was this game tonight, they would have been closing out on him really harshly. Really harshly. Here's another one here. Dylan Jones. Look at that. He cuts to the basket nicely. He has a nice, crisp understanding of how you score how do you score? And I think that's going to translate really well in the NBA. He doesn't stay put as some other guys do. They just stay there, wait for a catch and shoot. He tries to relocate. If a shot goes up, he tries to go in for the rebound. I'm really impressed with Tyler Nickel. I think this man is destined for a really successful and long NBA career. And the Knicks found him with the 47th pick in this draft. That's outstanding. What am I going to say? I'm super happy about this. And the way that he's been playing of late. He shot 41% from the 3-point line for the summer league, and that's including like a very poor shooting effort tonight. He shot only 27% tonight, so he was shooting 47% before tonight's performance. But tonight, I saw several times where he got a little frustrated. He wasn't getting the ball, and then he was just shooting under duress. There weren't clean looks. He barely got any clean looks in tonight's game, which is why it ended up being 3 of 11. But in the previous 4 games, he showed that this man has the ability to be an NBA level sniper. Along the lines of a Kennard, of a Kyle Korver, even possibly. Like that level. Legler, to shout out Legler. Not just the contemporary guys of like Hauser and Sam Merrill and, the typical white guys right now. No, I think he has the potential to be a great three-point shooter in terms of the overall NBA. And the Knicks got him in the second round. That's outstanding. The ramifications of that are it's going to put a lot of pressure on Pacome Dadiet. It has put a lot of pressure on Pacome Dadiet. And there were several times tonight where Pacome, who got 15 shot attempts tonight, who played actually a decent game tonight, though once again, cannot hit the three. Pacome Dadiet was 1 of 5 from the three-point line. So even on a night where Tyler Nichols struggled, Pacome Dadiet shot worse. Tyler Nichols shot 27.3% from the three-point line. Pacome shot 20%. And for the entire summer league, Dadiet has been struggling tremendously, especially when you include, not including tonight's game. And shout out to Tommy Beer for in his newsletter. But Dadiet was shooting, actually, tonight he shot worse than he's been shooting all summer league. Dadiet has shot 31.6% from 3 as a rookie, but it slipped to just 21.9% the past season. And then in the summer league, he is shooting below 20%. So Tyler Nichols showing up, displaying his prowess as a bona fide NBA level three-point sniper could have put Pacome Dadiet's Knicks tenure in jeopardy. I think he has. I think he already has. Even though Pacome did have a decent game from inside the arc tonight. All right, we're going to move back on. Here we go. I'm just really excited about him, even though tonight's game wasn't a great game for him, but I love his attitude. He was interviewed at, I think, halftime or right before the beginning of the fourth quarter. I can't remember. He interviewed during the game, and he talked about his defense, well, that was in a previous game. He talked about showing his defensive chops, and he's focused on defense. And at his size and his ability to shift, he has some decent lateral movement. This guy's going to be a player, for sure. And then speaking of Pacome Dadiet, shout out to Daily Basketball Stat Lines. They tweeted this out. Pacome Dadiet in Summer League today. He finished with 19 points, high man for the Knicks, 5 rebounds, but only 1 assist again. He's not about facilitating. Not at all. There were several times that he could have just sprayed that ball out to Tyler Nichols and given him a good quality look, but he didn't want to. And that's something I don't like. I know the summer league, you're fighting, you're clawing, you're trying to have the light shine bright on yourself, and you got to do everything you can for that to happen, the spotlight on you. But you also are playing a team game, and that's not cool as far as I'm concerned. And that can be said about a lot of these players as well. Jaden Akins as well. So Dadiet finished with 1 assist, 1 steal, but 7 of 15 from the field, only 1 of 5 from the three-point line, minus 12 in plus minus. You take that for what it is. We can go over to the highlights here and check out here. This is a nice little package of highlights for him. Look at that. Oh, that was Khalil getting a nice block on him. Khalil. Look at that nice block that Khalil got. But where are the... Yeah, let's go, Jack. And here, Pacome gets the rebound after Robin's block, takes it all the way. Even that, the way he shoots it, it's kind of an odd, because he can't get around the defender cleanly enough to be able to kiss it off the glass. He kind of shoots it at the backboard. Hey, you got to do what you can do. You know, you got to do what you can do to get the bucket. But look, and then he misses the free throw, but he hustles for the rebound. He gets in there and gets fouled again, but he makes that one. That was a clean one. I think we got another one here. Oh, that was it. But in a little stretch, it was a Khalil block, Robbins block, Dadiet and one, and Dadiet and one. I mean, I talked in length about it in the previous game. I feel like Dadiet is somebody that you ship elsewhere and let them try to find themselves somewhere else. New York Knicks are the champions of the world, and you can't have a project like this taking up bench space, salary cap. Knicks have to get off of his contract, especially since on October 31st, they're going to have to make a big decision on whether to extend his contract, which would cost about $5 million, I believe. So there's that. But then there is this. I already showed it to you before, but I love it. Tyler Nickel in this game, back-to-back threes. Boom. Look at that. Just splashing it. Gets it again. And that was Jack Kyle getting him the ball. Jones getting him the ball. The guy's just, when he is with players of a higher caliber, he is going to rise to meet their talent level. It's going to happen. I'm incredibly excited about Tyler Nickel. He is definitely the find of the summer. Absolutely. Now here's a nice little drive by Dadiet. Right here. Little drive to the hoop. Gets through. Boom with a dunk. Nice for him. Got to feature him a little bit. Give him some love. Let's go. And it's Tyler actually feeding him the bucket, which we didn't see the reverse happen in this game. No, we did not. But this guy here, shout out to New York basketball, Langston Wilson. Didn't play in game 1. Played only 6 minutes in game 2. Didn't play a second in game 3 or game 4. Finally gets in there for game 5. And look what this man does. Here we go. Oh, look at that dunk. Langston Wilson. Let's go. Yeah, look, it causes a turnover. Look at him. He's all hyped. I love it. This is what I love about the Summer League. These young guys, these guys who, haven't gotten time in the NBA, get a moment here to shine. Look at that. That's fantastic. Good for him. Good for him, man. That's awesome. I was very, very impressed by his minutes that he got tonight. Very good for him. All right, let's get back to it. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon. This is the you saw that, Kyle. Yeah. Now, to give a little love to some of the Dallas Mavericks players. I was thoroughly impressed by John Poulikitis. This guy, look at his numbers here. 18 points. He was 5 of 7 from the 3-point line. 18 points. This guy's a find. If somehow the Knicks can work a deal and get him onto our roster, I would love it. This his motor is high. This guy was definitely someone who shined in Summer League in general. I know he's a Mavericks player, but man, you got to shout out some guys sometimes when you're impressed by them. All right. Thank you guys for watching this. This was a Tyler Nickel love video. He deserves it. This guy, I'm incredibly happy that he's the Knicks drafted him, and I hope he makes it onto the roster for next season. I'm like 99% sure he will. It's just a matter of the dollars working. And will he get enough? Will he get any playing time with the team? The 3-point shot is a very valued commodity. and the man can shoot them. He made 19 of them in 5 games in the Summer League, the second most of any Knicks player ever. He deserves a shot on this Knicks team that's going to try to defend and repeat in the NBA championship. Thank you so much for watching this. I will be doing many, many videos throughout the summer, so stay tuned, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you're alerted when I drop a new video or go live. You don't want to miss that. Also, hit the thumbs up button for me, share the video, and drop your comments. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings about anything Knicks. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's support. The Knicks channel cracked 12,000 subscribers. Incredibly happy about that. And I owe it all to you guys. Thank you so much. All right. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go. Repeat.